The world's largest platinum mine, run by Impala Platinum, remained closed for a second day, taking another 3,000 ounces out of global output as a union turf war rumbled on. Johan Theron, Implats head of human resources, said that the rival unions are still playing a game of winner takes all, and this should not be a fight to the death. The fresh flare-up buries hopes of settling a labour battle that shot the Rustenburg mine, which accounts for about 15% of global platinum output, for 6 weeks earlier this year. Implats closed down almost 4% at 135 Rand. For more on the story, we're joined from Cape Town by Michael Bagraims, partner at Bagraims Attorneys. Thank you so much for joining us, Michael. Let's get your thoughts on this situation. How is it going to unfold? Is it going to be a protracted, long issue? Well, it's tautology there, protracted and long in terms of the same words. How long is this going to go on?
Well, what we know and what we understand, and we've just seen this actually from them, that they had earlier this year, they had a 6-week shutdown of the entire plant. Now, you've got to remember that this mine is one of the backbones of our economy. We can't really afford this. So they're now going into their second day of dispute, and they've had to shut for the second day. And each time we're losing enormous money. The company's losing enormous money, and the country is. I think the game is changing quite radically, because at the end of the day, there's two unions, two bull elephants, who are fighting for the membership. They both claim to have about 10,000 members, and there are 30,000 people altogether in Implats. That means that they're almost equal, and it looks like Implats are going to have to start recognizing the new union on the block. NUM is fighting for its survival at this point. And I think what we're seeing here is not just industrial relations, but it's also politics. And of course, when two bull elephants fight, there's an old Zulu phrase that tells you that when the elephants fight, it's the grass that gets trampled. And who's the grass? It's us in the economy, because this is money that should be going to the fiscus, and it's just not going. Industrial relations as we know it in South Africa is changing radically. The minister has already put some proposals down on the table in Parliament with regard to balloting, for instance, and we see that COSATU has put enormous pressure on the minister to remove the balloting out. And I think it's because COSATU is feeling very threatened. They're feeling as if the new fresh unions are coming in, people are looking for other results, they're looking for the unions representing those in jobs and worrying
Michael,
about
I'm going to bring it back. I'm cognizant
about the politics.
Michael, I'm cognizant of time. We're going to bring it back to the Joburg studio here. Chris has got a question.
My question is, and I think you've alluded to this, is COSATU losing efficacy and relevance, if you like, no longer resonating with the actual union members? In other words, because they've got a strong political agenda, they're actually in a sense abandoning or have compromised the actual real bread and butter issues of their members. Is that the trend that's taking place?
I'm seeing that quite strongly at, I'm in a small firm of attorneys here in Cape Town, and we at Bagraims Attorneys are noticing that the COSATU affiliates are not worrying about the shop floor issues, the bread and butter issues. And I think we're seeing this played out now with two big unions, NUM, which is a massive union, and the new union on the block, the AMCU, which is the Association of Mine Workers and Construction Union. Now, they're not a COSATU affiliate, and we're seeing that COSATU is more worried about what's happening with their association with the ANC, their influence on government, and they're not worrying about the bread and butter issues. In other words, are staff treated properly? Are they getting enough salary? Worrying about the days off and safety. Those are real issues. That's bread and butter issues. And on this particular issue, I think the new up-and-coming union is pushing NUM slowly aside, which has had many years' experience above them, but NUM's worried about its own leadership battles and worried about their affiliation within the tripartite alliance.
Michael,
so I have a sense that we're having a realignment in the labour market, a very strong realignment.
Michael, thank you so much for your insights. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. Michael Bagraims, partner at Bagraims Attorneys.